On March 12, 1996, the Philippine National Police Region 11 Command Conference was held in Tagum, Davao del Norte. PNP Chief Director General Ricardo A. Sarmiento himself presided over the command conference together with the PNP Region 11 Director, Police Chief Superintendent Jose C. Lalisan Jr., and the entire staff of the regional and provincial commands. General Sarmiento observed that despite the honors and merits received by the Region 11 Command as the best provincial command, together with Tagum as the best police station last 1995, the entire region's performance still has more than enough room for improvement. Several points were discussed in that command conference. Some of the highlights concerned specifically the PNP's active performance. Since the existence of crime and criminals within the region is minimal, it cannot compete with other more crime-prone areas in terms of the PNP's crime-solving performance. The various regional commands are also duty-bound to perform within the limits of the PNP's operational jurisdiction, especially those relating to the monitoring of potential crime-prone communities. It is also accurate to say that the entire regional command is definitely short of police manpower. Director General Sarmiento, however, assured the Region 11 Command that 400 police recruits will be assigned to the region. It was then, through the advice of Director General Sarmiento, that Police Chief Superintendent Lalisan decided to activate the Police Community Relations, or PCR, in tapping and organizing the potential community influence of motorcycle riding enthusiasts from the military and civilian sectors of the community. The PCR offensive guideline mandates all PNP commands and units nationwide to develop institutional support from within Congress, mass media, churches, NGOs, and schools. These institutions have now been collaborated into one organization with a common goal strengthened by a strong and binding network. General Sarmiento believed that a group of motorcycle riding individuals would be appropriate allies of the PNP since members would be coming from different sectors of the community. This would ensure impartial and total participation of the entire community in the group's future projects and initiatives. Best of all, these motorcycle riding members are basically mobile and active, characteristics that are very useful in providing fast and efficient assistance wherever and whenever they are needed. It was then decided by the Region 11 Command, through the inspiration of Superintendent Lalisan, to institute within the Davao del Norte Provincial Police Command the task of piloting the first organization of motorcycle riding, peace-loving, and community-based Cops on the Road, which Tagum knows today as KARANCHO. It is hoped that with the establishment of a new and more responsive community organization like KARANCHO, the PNP regional and provincial commands will be more effective in accomplishing the objectives set forth by the PNP's mission and vision. It is hoped that with the success and effectivity of KARANCHO in Tagum, other regional and provincial commands all over the country will soon realize the advantages of organizing their respective KARANCHO. Today, KARANCHO has successfully linked up its firm network of active and responsible motorcycle enthusiasts to strengthen further the coordination, cooperation, and communication of allied government bureaus and departments needing the assistance of KARANCHO in times of need and emergency. Unity, humility, solidarity, brotherhood, respect for one another. Kauban KARANCHO. A firm belief in the embodiment of the Filipino ideals of courage, discipline, and nationalism. A bonding of ideals and principles rooted in the achievement of a collective goal. A hometown version of friends and buddies with a common affection for the rough road and persistent survival. KARANCHO is the Kababayan Riders Association for a New Cultural Harmony and Order of Davao. KARANCHO is a civic association of motorcycle owners from Davao del Norte, geared towards providing aid and assistance to those in need at any given time, at any given place. KARANCHO began as an idea of Police Chief Superintendent Jose C. Lalisan, the PNP Region 11 Director. He imagined it as an effective force in uplifting the trust and confidence of the Filipino public in the goals and programs of the Philippine National Police. With the collective effort and inspiration of Davao del Norte PNP Provincial Director Police Superintendent Alejandro Gutierrez, Police Chief Inspector Rodolfo Huerta, and Senior Police Officer Carlito Barrena. A group of disciplined motorcycle riding enthusiasts banded together to organize what is now known as KARANCHO. KARANCHO was established within the ideals and spirit of brotherhood and equality of all its members. Currently, KARANCHO is composed of more than 200 Davaoeños from the different sectors of the community. Government officials and employees, military and police officers, professionals and businessmen, practically the entire community. KARANCHO is non-sectarian, non-partisan, and non-profit oriented. The guide to the establishment of KARANCHO was the Police Community Relations Offensive, or PCR, incorporated within the General Program Plan of the PNP. The PCR provides for the organization of an active force to provide assistance to the immediate community, with the guidance and support of Mayor Victorio Suaybague Jr. of Tagum, Davao del Norte. KARANCHO was recognized by the community as a responsible group that will activate the original Filipino values of unity, respect, and cooperation. It is also active participation within the group that KARANCHO members from the police and military sectors of the community are expected to consciously reform their neglected values and cultural beliefs. KARANCHO envisions to become a potent inspiring force in the maintenance of peace and order in Davao and in the Philippines. It is hoped that a Filipino culture of harmony and unity will be restored if it is supported by the collective and individual efforts of the community and its members. KARANCHO aims to be an effective channel between the government and private sector in organizing community livelihood projects. These projects are expected to improve each family's quality of living. KARANCHO is also envisioned to be a reliable partner of the government and other civic organizations in the implementation of their various cause-oriented projects and activities. Individuals normally begin as strangers in KARANCHO before acquaintances lead to harmonious relations. KARANCHO therefore promotes the widening of the base of friends within its group and within the community of a KARANCHO. It is but a policy of continuously inviting more new members into the fold of KARANCHO that it can successfully organize active and responsive units ready to be mobilized for any collectively agreed upon objective. After having gained the confidence of the community, KARANCHO pursues activities to protect its communities and prevent destructive elements from harming the peace and order of their communities. It is assumed that with KARANCHO, crime prevention can be efficiently addressed by the mobility of each team's response to any emergency situation. With KARANCHO, members can also feel confident that all emergency and law enforcement groups will freely accept their assistance in times of need and emergency. KARANCHO members also enjoy the patronage and support of fellow members in their respective business undertakings. This support spirit is fostered because each KARANCHO member believes that a KARANCHO's financial prosperity is every KARANCHO's moral responsibility. With KARANCHO's active networking capabilities, there exists now an effective venue to monitor potential problem individuals or groups within the community. Plans and strategies to prevent the occurrence of conflict-causing situations can easily be formed, and certain moves can be initiated to avoid the disruption of peace and harmony. KARANCHO is by all means a legally recognized organization. The programs of KARANCHO are recorded and documented to update the KARANCHO Central Office in Tagum and other support institutions of their activities. Special commendations for meritorious actions and services by KARANCHO members are also recognized by the general body to further foster the spirit of service and goodwill among all existing and potential members. There are also specific evaluation measures conducted by KARANCHO to assess the integrity and effectivity of individual members in the performance of their duties and responsibilities. Information and feedback gathering surveys are also conducted by KARANCHO to obtain the community's honest opinion of the group. KARANCHO currently enjoys a heavy overdrive of applicants wishing to join the fold of KARANCHO. Several provincial and municipal governments in the province have also recognized the noble ideals of KARANCHO, and communities have positively accepted KARANCHO as a disciplined group that will assist them in protecting their lives, families, and properties against unexpected natural and human ravages. The responsibility of organizing a KARANCHO in municipalities all over the country will be under the direct initiative of the PNP. These can be organized by the respected motorcycle driving police force of the community. With the proven track achievement of KARANCHO, the countryside of the Philippines now has a dependable ally in the pursuit of harmony, order, and peace. KARANCHO began as a noble idea of inspired men within the ranks of the Philippine National Police and the military. It has taken deeper roots into the collective consciousness of communities in the Davao Province. KARANCHO's ideals are also driving fast into remote communities away from its birthplace. After KARANCHO's modest launching ceremonies last June 11, 1996 with Senator Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, it is now up to the collective idealism of every KARANCHO member to drive through the dusty path with pride and enthusiasm and uplift the bond of brotherhood, camaraderie, unity, and most prominently, respect for all humankind.
Lose